Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for Monday, 27th Feb, and this is the daily chart of Banknifty. On Friday, we have got a nice, good red candle closing. Apart from what happened on Thursday, there was some kind of doji, right, showing some support at this level at the lower end. And this pink line is the 200 EMA. The red line is 20, the blue line is 50. No doubt we are closed below the 200 EMA, but this level is a pretty strong support. No doubt multiple times we have bounced from here before the budget and during the budget at around 39,500. So if this breaks, probably it won't be, if we have to go down and break this level, right, I don't think we will get a very smooth break. Probably we will consolidate here and then kind of break on the downside, right? So that is our view. Let's see how we can trade this on Monday. Definitely the bias is on the downside after getting some sort of a pullback. Now before we see the levels on the 15-minute chart, this is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty, where the green zone that is marked is the support zones and the red zone is a resistance zone, along with this blue line which can act as a good resistance. See, the global markets on Friday ended in red, right? The US market and the European markets ended in red. So this could lead to some sort of a gap down in our markets on Monday. Now, how we can trade this gap down is in case we get a flat opening, meaning not a very big gap down, say about 100 or 50, 60 points, a flat opening above this level, 39,600, maybe we will come kind of take support here and get a bounce. Some sort of a bounce is expected, and then probably later on in the day or the next trading session we could get some sell off again, right? So the first point is to see if how we open, whether we're going to get a big gap down or a pretty flat opening. In case we get a pretty huge gap down, say about 300-400 points, we open in any one of these green zones, and if the first 5-minute range holds, right, and it's not making a lower low, there's a good chance we can get a pullback even possibly until 40,000, until wherever the resistance is on Monday. So there's a good chance for a pullback even though we get a gap down. Very less likely we are going to gap down and the selling is going to continue, meaning on this 15-minute chart, very less likely we are going to get a gap down and again the selling pressure will continue, right? If that happens, then again we will have to be, we can avoid trading, or we will have to be very quick in our entry and exit, because if there's again a quick fall because of the global market and panic, once the fall comes, immediately there will be a bounce back, right? So that's why we need to book some good profits. And the best trade would be, sorry, this resistance zone is intact. The best trade would be if we get some sort of a gap down, wait for some kind of a intraday pullback, and then see if we can get a nice short position closer to 40,000 and 40,200. It's not that advisable to short at these levels, where previously also we have bounced, and even previously is where we had some kind of a panic selling and still we held this level 39,500, right? So it's not good to short right here. Best is wait for some kind of a intraday bounce and then see if we can short. But if the selling continues and 39,500 breaks, then the next target on the downside is this level of 39,140. That is a gap that is pending to be filled. The price action from, I'm just shifting to an hourly chart to just show this gap. Over here, this gap needs to be filled, right? So either the upper boundary or the entire gap can act as a good support and resistance, meaning the price can come until here and bounce, or if we break this, we can come until the fill the gap and then get a bounce. So definitely the trade is on, the bias is on the downside, but we'll wait for some kind of a pullback. If the pullback is strong, right, if we get a nice entry here and if the pullback is strong, what happens on this type of gap down is we might end up getting a little bit of extended move on the upside, possibly even 40,300. So best thing to do is wait for the pullback to finish and then see if we can get a nice bearish signal and then short on the short for the downside. This is in Bank Nifty, and the same thing will apply for Nifty. In case we get a gap down, the Nifty is at a pretty strong support. I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart. This is where we have this from the previous gap and we have kind of almost filled it, but each time we have come here we have taken some support. So any trade on the short side in Nifty is only if 17,420 breaks. The target is 17,330, and any up move in Nifty is only if this level of 17,600 breaks. Probably we can even come back to 17,700 or so. In case we get again in Nifty also is the same thing. In case we get a pretty big gap down, we'll wait for some kind of a pullback intraday and then see if we can get a nice short move. So this is a plan for Monday and hope we can make some money.